we will be ranking UFC fighters who I think have the most CTE. So let's get it started. All right. To start off, we got Sean Strickland. Um, Honestly, I don't think he takes that much damage in his fights. I think, I think you could argue that. I mean, he just says a lot of. I think he says a lot of outrageous stuff, but I mean, I'm gonna put him at slight brain damage because he says a lot of outrageous stuff, but I wouldn't put him at chronic CTE. I mean, he's just one of those guys who just says a lot of crazy stuff, but if you watch his fights, he really does not take that much damage, so I'll put him at slight brain damage. Just based off what he said in his pretty much his entire career. Alright, next we got Max Holloway. I mean, dude, if you watch this dude's fights, I don't know, man. This is I'll I think I gotta put him. I want to put him at chronic CTE, but I'll put him over Sean Strickland in slight brain damage. But he's definitely got some sort of CTE, so I'll put him over Strickland. But all right, next we got Alex Pereira. I'm gonna put him at. He really, he really does not take that much damage. Hasn't really shown any signs. I'll put him at D. I'll put him at D. He really hasn't really showed any signs of CTE. So I'm gonna put Pierre at D. That's really all I could say about that. And yeah, Bobby Green, chronic CTE. There's no way. He's taking way too much damage. I gotta put him at chronic CTE. I don't know, man. He just doesn't look like the guy who I could put at slight brain damage. I gotta put him at chronic. I mean, I feel like that's the right thing to do. And next we got Nate Diaz. That's not even a question. I mean, there's no way. I mean, half the time when I listen to this dude, I generally don't think the dude even speaks English. I mean, and obviously to top it off, he takes a lot of damage, and obviously he's been recently boxing. I mean, I gotta put him at the top as of right now. But yeah, Nate takes way too much damage. I gotta put him at number one for now. All right, next we got Volk. Um, I mean the dude's been really dominating lately. He's been taking a little. I mean, obviously he's the champ, but um, well, obviously you look at the Islam KO. I mean that head kick was pretty brutal, and then obviously he got flatlined by Taporia. Um, I don't know, man. I think I put Volk at. I'll put him at healthy. I'll put him at healthy. I think that's really the reasonable choice. John Jones. Next up, John Jones. I think I'm gonna put John Jones at C, because doesn't take that much damage. Obviously, he's never really been beaten up, but he has been fighting for a while, so I gotta put him at C. Just based off how long his career has been, I mean, you gotta put him at C. But overall, hasn't really taken that much damage. I mean, the only fights where he really looked like he got beat up was probably the first Gustafsson fight or the Dominic Reyes. Other than that, I feel like he hasn't really took much of a beating. So I'll put him at C. But again, obviously he's been fighting for so long. I mean, and he's been fighting so many the lead of the lead, and you got to put him at C at least. Islam Makhachev. I gotta put Islam. I'll put him at. I mean, he does look like he's got some brain damage. I'm not gonna lie, but he's another dominant fighter. I'll put him over. Nah, I'll put him like a little below Volk. Honestly, I don't know, man. He's so good. I don't think he takes that much damage. I don't know. I'll put him over. I'll put him at C. I'll put him at C. He does look like he's got some CTE, but I don't know, man. You know, actually, I'll put him at healthy. I feel like he's got some sort of CTE, but not a lot. It's kind of at the same tier as Volk. I'm not gonna put anything over that, so I'll put him at healthy. Okay, next up, not even a question. Actually, over Bobby Green. I don't know, man. I can't put him anything below chronic CTE. There's no not. I feel like everybody has to agree with me. There's no way anything below anything. You could just say he's really stupid, but that's I don't know. He's anything below this. I mean, he's hilarious, but dude, it's got to be a chronic, 100%. So, some there's a good amount of brain damage, going on there. I gotta put him at chronic. Dustin, damn, Dustin's been in a lot of wars, bro. I gotta put Dustin at slight, a little below Strickland. Nah, I'll put him at slight brain damage. He's been in a lot of wars. You gotta remember. He doesn't say a lot of crazy stuff, but I'm putting him at slight because he's been fighting for a while and he's been fighting. He's been in so many wars. I gotta put him at slight. Definitely not chronic though. Yuri, I don't know. Yuri's not really a type of fighter I'd put at like. I think I'd put him at C because he's still kind of new. I mean he's been around, but he hasn't been around that long. I'll put him at C, and I don't think he's other than like obviously getting KO'd by Alex twice in a row. I don't think he's taken that much damage, so I'm gonna put him at C. I'll put him. I'll put him. I'll put him above John Jones. I feel like the Alex Pereira KOs that alone just put him above John Jones. But yeah, that's where I put Yuri. All right, we got Justin Gaethje. Oh, I don't know, man. I want to put him over Chronic. I don't know, man. I think Justin might be a Chronic. Eh, I don't know. Has he taken that much damage? Honestly, I'm gonna put him at. I'll put him a little below Bobby Green. I feel like he has. I think he has a good amount of damage, and I feel like he has a lot of good amount of damage there. I gotta put him at Chronic. I love Justin, but I think he's at Chronic. Oh my. All right, next we got Tony Ferguson. Oh, I think he's above Bobby Green to be honest. Well, I don't know. I may be above Bryce Mitchell. Honestly, yeah, dude. I mean, the amount of damage this man has taken, I gotta put him above Bryce Mitchell. It's very hard. I think maybe Bryce Mitchell's above him, but I don't know. I think he's above. The amount of damage he's been taking. Hell yeah, I gotta put him at Chronic. All right. Next up we got Marvin Vittori. He's obviously known for having a really good chin. I think he's taken a good amount of damage, but I'm gonna put him at. I'll put him at slight. I'll put him at slight. I feel like that's reasonable. I mean, he's been fighting for a good amount of time. I think I gotta put him at slight. He has been taking a little bit of a beating, so I put him at slight brain damage below Dustin. And then next we got Johnny Walker. I'm I'm gonna put him over Volk because again I think he's still very new, but not he's not new, but I don't think he's been around long enough to be at like slight brain damage on the same tier as these. I'm gonna put him at healthy above Volk. So that's what I think about Johnny Walker. And yeah, these are my rankings for um you know the UFC fighters with CTE. And yeah,